Oh, once again, his own. Back at you one more again, Real Cans TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Now, with no further ado, let's get into this morning's video, if you will. It's approximately 12:02 a.m. Sunday morning, and just getting off work. And I say, you know what? Before I head on in for the morning, let me bring my peoples this action and this heat, as I typically do. I had a couple people ask me about Hassan Campbell. And how do I feel about Hassan Campbell? Now, I've already addressed, I've done one interview, well, not interview, but video, rather, on Hassan Campbell. With my opinions, respectfully. See, the thing about Real Cans TV, we don't get on here and hate on anyone or talk crazy or none of that. That's not my nature. I've never done it, and I never will do it. But if you all want my opinion on Hassan Campbell, I'll give it to you, you know, and again, it's respectfully. Actually, while everybody's bashing Hassan Campbell, I actually think the guy's a genius. I genuinely do. Now, just because you're a genius don't mean that you're the smartest genius in the world. Not passing judgment, but I'm just simply saying, as far as from a marketing aspect, I think Hassan Campbell's a genius. You know, he built his platform. He said that he's had his platform for 7 years. And the guy has nearly 500,000 subscribers. For people that don't do YouTube, not familiar with YouTube, that is astounding numbers. Like, that is 500,000. And every time that he drops a video, because I'm actually a subscriber and I watch his videos, and it seems as though every time he does a video, he's going to at least have 100,000 views. Like, those numbers are, you know, from someone that came out of prison. He wasn't a celebrity. He wasn't, you know, he was known from where he was from in New York City, the Bronx. I believe he's from the Bronx. But he's never had like any celebrity guest on his show, or, you know, that's like, man, that's great. Very, very, very great numbers. But he so often talks about being sexually molested as a child. And I think that often comes back to haunt him, as I could imagine that it would. And so, you know, he goes on these binges sometimes, from what I can gather, just from what I've seen. I don't know the man, never talked to him, don't know anyone that knows him. But just from what I can gather, he goes on these binges sometimes and he drinks. And he's doing it to rid himself of the pain that he had to endure. And not the pain that he had to, not just the pain that he had to endure, but knowing that this individual that did this to him, Africa Bambaataa, allegedly, nothing ever really happened. So, that particular morning, and if you all not familiar with Hassan Campbell, just Google him, Hassan Campbell, and it'll come up. You know, it was a particular morning to where he said that he had been drinking all night. He was feeling really, really empty, suicidal. So he went to his old projects, I believe Bronx River projects, the Bronx, New York, with the intention of not returning back home. Armed with a knife, a pocket knife, and that's it. And he went and he set his camera up and he went live. Well, during the time that he was going live, he I believe that his emotions got the best of him, and he got to yelling and screaming, and cussing everybody out in the projects. And so you couldn't see these people, but you could hear them. I guess they was, basically just telling them, hey, man, nobody trying to hear all that. It's too early in the morning. So he's yelling to the people, because like the projects in a lot of cities, like the larger cities like New York, Chicago, like the projects, they have, man, there's no telling how many floors. It may be 100 floors. I don't know. But they're very, very, very high buildings. So whatever floor that they were screaming from, he was screaming back. And they began to throw bottles at him. And you could actually hear the bottles hitting the ground while he was conducting, if you will, his interviewing himself. And you could see that he was clearly inebriated. He was clearly just hurt, just talking about all the things that he's had to endure. And his problem was that he felt as though the people in the projects, they failed him. They didn't have his back. They knew that allegedly this Africa Bambaataa guy or whatever had a reputation for messing with little kids, and no one protected him. So he let it be known that particular morning after drinking all night long. So as I previously mentioned, the guys were throwing bottles. They're going back and forth, cursing each other out. Well, Hassan Campbell tells him, hey, I have, have many of my guys come over here, my goons, and we'll come up to that actual apartment where y'all throwing them bottles out, and we'll stomp you out. And we'll take your mama, and we'll throw her down the stairs, and we'll stomp her out too. These are the things that he was saying. Now, you all bear with me that have seen the video, but some people haven't seen the video on Hassan Campbell. So, they're going back and forth. So he's not so much focusing on the camera. He's on camera, but he's really focusing on the individuals that are throwing these bottles at him. You have people walking past. I believe one person walked past, and I don't know exactly what they said, but it seemed as though they were trying to, hey, brother, you all right? You okay? And Hassan had his hand behind his back with this knife. It wasn't just a pocket knife either. I said a pocket knife, but it was a little larger than a pocket knife. And he's telling the guy, man, move on. Go on. I'm telling you, man, go on. Keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? So he was obviously, I don't know what his right state of mind is because I don't know the guy. But if you looked at it, it doesn't seem as though he would be in his right state of mind, because the way he was really, really conducting himself that day, it seems as though he had a death wish. And he nearly got what he was looking for. Because some guys came up. Now, when the guys came up, the camera, he was going live. So all of a sudden, it wasn't live anymore. It cut. Once he started recording again, or once it picked up live again, he was on his way to the hospital talking about he had been shot and the bullet was burning him. So you didn't actually see the shooting. You didn't see who did it. You didn't see anything like that. But a live video just miraculously cut out. And then miraculously started back recording again as he was on his way to the hospital. I don't know what happened. I don't really care what happened. I'm glad that the brother's okay. I'm glad that no one else got hurt. I'm glad that he survived. But I will say this. The reason I say he's a genius is because Hassan Campbell, it seems as though he'll do anything that he has to do to get his name out there. Anything. Now, do I think that he went to these projects knowing that he would be shot? I think that he knew that it was a possibility. See, a lot of times, man, guys come from the projects or the hoods or whatever, areas we come from. We feel like, man, this is my hood. These are my projects. These are not your projects. It's not your hood. You don't own a building. You don't own a parking space. You don't own anything around here. Not to mention, you've since moved on. Yeah, you probably come back, but the younger generation really don't know who you are, Hassan Campbell. You live in the suburbs in a nice house because you say your wife is a lawyer And you have nearly 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I'm quite sure that you're doing fairly well. That just goes to show money doesn't mean everything, though. This guy's hurting, and he's hurting inside. So he returned back to the projects, thinking that he was going to be able to, let off some steam and let the people know exactly how he felt about them and how they supposedly failed him. Them young boys ain't having that. They're not having it. And he was very, very fortunate not to be in a body bag, because he said that they fired, I want to say he said that they fired 4 times. Now, I say all of that to say this. As a result of Hassan Campbell being shot, lo and behold, guess who comes calling? Vlad TV. Now, I don't necessarily have a problem with Vlad like a lot of people do. Do I think he's a culture vulture? I don't know. I know that he definitely is going to take advantage. He's a businessman. He's going to take advantage of opportunity. I know that. I think he picks and chooses, though. As far as like, he won't interview Fleece Johnson because he says that his integrity won't allow him to. His integrity won't allow him to interview Fleece Johnson because allegedly Fleece Johnson was in prison raping dudes and sexually assaulting guys. But at the same time, he'll interview rats. He'll interview known murderers. Known murderers. You see what I'm saying? Known shooters. He'll interview all these people. But now, all of a sudden, when it comes to Fleece Johnson, his integrity's in the way. No amount of money can get in the way of my integrity. Get the fuck out of here. How the Italians say no disrespect? Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. But nevertheless, Hassan Campbell made it to Vlad TV. And it appears as though he was on his best behavior. Because when you watch Hassan Campbell's videos and his lives, it's like night and day compared to how he was on Vlad TV. Very well-mannered, very subtle, just laid back, just, and again, I don't have a problem with Vlad TV. People had a problem with Hassan Campbell because supposedly for years he's been blasting Vlad TV. He's a culture vulture. He's not for our people. He's okay. So if that's the case, you still turn around and went on there. See, Hassan Campbell always talks about people going through that door. See, he feels as though to get to that next level, of financial success, you have to go through a certain door. You have to be gay. You have to, sell your soul to the devil. You have to sacrifice somebody, that's near and dear to you for you to get to that financial pinnacle, if you will. I've never really believed in all of that. Does it ever happen? I'm sure that it does, but sometimes people are just, they're blessed. Put in a situation, they're blessed. Now, Hassan Campbell, you went on Vlad TV because you said none of your people was reaching out to you or for you, but here comes this white man that threw you a lifeline. That's what you said. Why would your people reach out? Reach out to you for what, man? What are they supposed to do, man? Go get the dude that did this to you. Like, what are your people supposed to do? You're saying that no one supported you, no one, like you go on these rants and get drunk on your lives and get to talking crazy and get to saying all of these just foolery. Foolish things. And then you think that people are supposed to support you. You went bothering those people. They live there. You went first thing in the morning yelling and screaming, and you say, well, instead of you all coming down, just, giving a brother a hug or just saying, come on, brother, it's going to be okay. No, a person did try to approach you, and you told him to keep it moving. You had a knife behind your back. But you want to blame it on everyone else as though it's their fault for what you unfortunately had to endure. It's an unfortunate situation. I understand your mind is not stable. Dealing with that, I get that. But it's not everybody's fault. It's not everybody's responsibility. People's living in the projects, man. The projects don't have nothing. And here it is, you sitting out here. I don't know if you're a millionaire. I don't know your financial status, but you're definitely not broke. You make that known to us so often. So here it is. Let's just say you worth $250, $250,000, a meal ticket. You got these people, man, in the projects that have nothing. Ain't nobody trying to feel sorry for you. Again, it's unfortunate what you went through, but it's not their job to do that. So for you to go to one of the roughest projects in New York, thinking you gonna yell, scream, cuss people out, insult people, tell people they soft. Come on, man. You lucky they didn't carry you out of there in a toe tag. But you do all of these things, and then you come back on your lives and you talk about, well, all the little YouTubers got my name in the headlines, and well, guess what? I'm a little YouTuber. You talk about people just as well. But when people mention Hassan Campbell, it's like, oh man, they get numbers off of me. Come on, man. You use people's you speak of people all the time. All the time. I think it's great that you're doing major numbers the way that you're doing. But at the same time, you didn't always get these type numbers. You build, you grow. You grow. You've been in the game 7 years, that's a long time. And again, I congratulate you. There's no hate in me whatsoever. I'm speaking on this matter because I have people that send me messages. They email me, and guess what? I try to oblige in some of the things they want me to speak on. I don't always just speak on prison. And again, I'm not hating, man. I follow you. I agree with some of the things you say, some of the things I don't. I'm subscribed. I watch. I'm glad you're okay. But I just can't get with everything that you speak of. You have to take accountability, man. You're a grown man. You're an adult, which I know you understand that. You know that. Quit blaming everybody else for some of the things that happened to you, the unfortunate things that happened to you when you were a child. Address that issue. Don't address everyone else. Now, I don't know how far you'll go for fame. It seems as though you're willing to lose your life. Keep barking up that tree, guess what? That tree gonna fall on you. People ain't playing with you in the Bronx, man. So go on back to the Bronx if you want to. This time, perhaps they may finish you. I don't know. Hope not. Hope that's not the case. I pray that's not the case. But even though you were a victim at that time, quit trying to make everyone else feel as though they failed you because of what happened to you allegedly by Africa Bambaataa. So that's my take on Hassan Campbell. That's my take, so when I say that, again, when I say that the guy is a genius because he knows how to get his name out there. He understood and he capitalized on the moment. He understood that everybody's speaking about Hassan Campbell right now. Videos going viral. I'm blowing up bigger than I ever was. Now, Vlad has called me to his platform. Why would I turn Vlad down? Vlad has close to 6 million subscribers. Yeah, I got close to 500,000, but it's a totally different level. There's levels to it. Meek Mills would say there's levels to it. Now I can go on Vlad and tell my story. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna definitely be on my best behavior. Ain't gonna be no cussing, ain't gonna be no drinking, ain't gonna be I'm on my best behavior. Cause I'm on the pinnacle, Vlad TV. The same person that I always despised, the same person that I've always had a problem with, because I never thought that he would reach out to me. I never thought that I had an opportunity to go on to Vlad. But now that he's called me, let's make it happen. Vlad's not so bad now. Vlad's not so bad now. So that same door that you talk about Gilly and Wallow walk through for $100 million, whatever they contract, I guarantee you, whatever this door is that you speak of, and Nori and all the other people that you say walk through the door, let somebody offer Hassan Campbell $50 million. $50 million. I guess you're gonna turn it down, right? I guess you're gonna turn that $50 million down. Yeah, it's easy to say what you would do. It's easy to be a soldier. It's easy to be a soldier when it ain't no war. No, it's easy. 50 million. Ain't nobody telling you gotta sacrifice anybody or kill anybody or do anything that you don't want to do, sexually or whatever. 50 million. Bet you walk through that door. Because you walked through Vlad's door. And I know Vlad didn't kick you nothing but 10, 15, 20,000. If that. If that. You mean to tell me you're not going to walk through the door of 50 million, 25 million, 10 million? Come on, man. You got to keep it real, Hassan. You got to keep it real. But again, I ain't no hater. I congratulate you on your success. You did it. You made it. What Denzel say in Training Day? You did it. You made it, son. You in. You're a narc. Now put the gun down, man. You scaring my girl. You want to go to jail? You want to go home? So I'm saying you made it. You in. You did it. You made it to Vlad. Hopefully that, your success grows. But the things that you're doing, I can't tell you anything that anyone else is probably not already telling you. Salute to you, though. You know what I mean? Congratulations. Again. Keep doing your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? But just know that them numbers ain't worth your life. This can't be life. This can't be love. You know what I mean? You keep talking about you the best on YouTube, and it's cool to have confidence. I'm not going to knock you. I think you're a great personality. You didn't make me personally start, my YouTube channel. Jay Williams. Shout out to Jay Williams. Big Hurt. Shout out to Big Hurt. Fresh Out Prison series. Those are the guys that influenced me. I had never even heard of Hassan Campbell. It's no knock on you, but I'm just saying you can't keep talking about you influenced all the little YouTubers out here. You know who you was, dude. So yeah, you got big numbers. You know what I mean? But you had small numbers initially. Just don't forget that. Real Kens TV, man. Hopefully you liked the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. You know what I mean? Till next time, man.